Good morning, everybody. Today I'm going to be talking about my presentation on learning. First, I'm going to start with science class. Then I'm going to go with Mr. Roney. Then I'm going to go with Miss Carol. And then following up is going to be math class. In this science class, we watched a movie based on fat, carbohydrates, and protein. And it was talking about the type of stuff that's really in your food. And what I did, I really asked a partner of mine what did he usually order from McDonald's, and he said chicken nuggets, a large fry, and a hamburger. And did you know that chicken nuggets had 29 grams of fat, and usually a lot of people eat those a lot, and no protein, and carbohydrates was 27 grams, and the calories was 460 grams. And now, in fries, and putting all that together, fries is about, and fat is 25 grams, protein is 6 grams, that's the only protein they have, and carbohydrate was 63. And calories is 500 grams. And now in your hamburger you eat is 30 grams in it, 30 grams of fat, 12 grams of protein, and the calories was 250 grams. Alright, moving on to Mr. Roney. Every once in a while we have a book talk, and a book talk is like a mini commercial. It's like a commercial for about 5 minutes. You talk about the book you've been reading over the past 2 or 3 weeks. And my book is called Miracle on 49th Street, and it was about the author was Mike Lupica. And my summary was 12-year-old Molly Parker. Life hasn't been the same ever since she's moved to London to Boston with her careless mother Jennifer. She went to Boston to find her dad, a star in the NBA, Josh Cameron. Record. Moving on to Miss Carol. That is my social studies teacher. I have struggled very passionately this trimester. Well, I seem to toughen it all. And every morning, after lunch, every day I come in, there's a fact collector on the board. And what we do is she picks at least 5 questions or 10 and asks us like, who is George Washington Carver, or who graduated from Harvard Law School and stuff like that, and we answer them. And another thing we do every other week is a viewing sheet. She picks out a movie on YouTube, and we would watch it. Then we have to she gives us a sheet, we have to find the questions out on there. We have to really search for them. It's kind of hard. That's why I say I struggle. And the last one I did, I got a 90% on it. You can check that out. I got it nice. Got it from Walmart. But that's it for Mrs. Carol. Well, yep, that's it. Alright, now we're gonna move on to math. On the previous test we just took was what was on the test was graphing charts, linear equation, linear functions, slopes, and I got a 74 on it. And now I'm going to talk about a part of the test, and that's graphing charts.
Make sure you hold it up.
And what I did was, say if somebody gave you an equation saying y equals 3x plus 1, what you would do is, you can see it, what you could do is you could make a chart. And you always have x right here, then you have the equation in the middle, and then you have your y-axis, x and y-axis. And you always use -1, 0, 1, and 2, unless they give you some numbers they want you to use. And what I did is I brought the equation down, I dropped x, and I put the x-axis in for -1, and I put y equals 3 parentheses -1 plus 1, and that came out to be -2, and the plotting plots was -1 and -2, and that's what you would put on your x and y axis. And then I went to 0. You always use -1, 0, and 1 and 2. So y equals 3 times 0, 0 in the parentheses, plus 1, and it equals 1. Because 3 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. And then, like I said, always use the x-axis. Y equals 3 times 1 plus 1. 1 in parentheses. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. And that was your answer, and it'll be 1 and 4. The next one was y equals 3 times 2 plus 1 equals 7. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1 equals 7. And the plots was 2 and 7. And that was just about it what we did, and I kind of covered everything this trimester. Dang, I shouldn't have said it. Stop.